Welcome back. Well, the Ministry of Education is definitely in the spotlight for the second hour, but we're going to pivot into a different discussion. It's all about the revision program, the vacation revision program, and to share with us all the intimate details, we welcome from the Ministry of Education. Literally, he just had to cross the road, you know. Dr. Peter Smith just had to, you know, just walk across. And you're here with us this morning. You are the Chief Education Officer at the Ministry of Education, a very important role and function. So let me firstly say good morning and welcome. Good morning to you and your viewers, and thank you for having us this morning. Indeed. Before I get into the vacation revision program, what does your role and function entail at the ministry? Okay, so it's a very wide-ranging function. At its simplest level, there are probably over a dozen divisions and units that the Office of the CEO is responsible for. In addition to that, the office also sets the general direction in terms of technical policies for the Ministry of Education. Okay, so it's a very wide-ranging, encompassing role in which no 2 days are alike, just to put it that way. Wow, I can only imagine. And I'm happy you're here with us bright and early this morning. And I want to get some details now concerning this vacation revision program. What is it all about? Okay, so the vacation revision program is probably best understood in terms of what we see sometimes in other educational jurisdictions, summer program. And one of the reasons why the ministry has embarked on this initiative is basically to extend the learning opportunities to our students. As we all would know, the pandemic would have impacted us negatively in some regards. And coming out of that, when we do the research, when you look at the, for instance, the World Bank Education Report, the Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development, their reports, the OECD, what they are telling us now is that uncertainty is going to be part of the education system. But with that uncertainty, we need to ensure continuity. We need to ensure that we engage our students as much as possible. And if I may extend it a bit more, the VRP at the primary and secondary school level is only one component out of 11 other components designed to provide support to our students, our teachers, our parents going forward. To give you a quick example, we just concluded training by a tertiary level provider. Over 600 teachers are certified in the area of remediation. We have restorative practice. We have over 500 persons being trained in that area, including peer counselors, that's students. We have the rooms of some of our secondary schools being outfitted so as to ensure that student support services personnel, the guidance counselors, the school social workers, are able to provide that support to our students. It's a very encompassing program. Very holistic, and from what you told me, you're targeting the primary and secondary students. And it's important because sometimes I recall from my school days, if you are far removed from it for the 2 months, when you go back in September, it's almost like, for many, they have to almost start from scratch. You're rusty and dusty. You know, you can't remember anything. Sometimes you need to get back in that zone. So I guess it's muscle memory, it's momentum, and it's keeping the ball rolling even during the vacation. I want to find out, where is it being held and the time frame? Okay, so it's being held at 80 primary schools, and those primary schools are listed on the Ministry of Education website, as well as 33 centers at secondary school centers. So it's 80 primary and 33 secondary school centers. And the hours are from 9 to 3. Now what we are doing, we are also providing breakfast and lunch to our students. Okay. So we are asking our parents to send their children, let's say by 8:30, so that we can provide that meal and then start the instruction promptly at 9 p.m. Have a little play involved there at all in the mix, or is it just strictly academics? Oh no, it's more than just academics. We are trying to create an education camp for our students. So yes, we are targeting those key areas, your numeracy, your literacy, your writing as the case may be, but we are also introducing a VAPA component, a visual and performing arts component, dance, drama, music, where we are bringing in persons to really engage our students. Apart from that,
We also have student support services personnel who will be providing guidance to our students as well as working with our parents. And we are exploring, because we have the Commonwealth Youth Games to be held soon, we are possibly exploring even a field trip to the games on one of those days. So it's all-encompassing again.
Well said. I want to find out registration, and is there any deadline for the parents looking on this morning?
Right. So for the primary, well, primary we are moving into the second week because we have begun primary last Monday. Okay. Secondary is expected to commence today. And so we want to encourage our parents at the secondary school level. There is still that opportunity. You can go onto the Ministry of Education website and enroll. If that's difficult, then we're encouraging you to even walk into one of the centers. Okay, there'll be persons there waiting to greet you and welcome you.
Now it's vacation time, and it's not a uniform mandate, obviously. Uniforms all put aside, so I would imagine children will be going out in there, as we say, home clothes, they're going out clothes. I'm sure there will still be a certain protocol that will be required, right?
And that's correct. So no uniform, but we do have to abide by the school code of policy as it pertains to dress, as you rightly said, yes.
Yeah, and I guess all that will be given. Is it a standard policy across the board, or is it based on school and center?
It's more or less a standard policy across the board. So when we would have sent out correspondence to the teachers and the parents, we'd have outlined what is expected of the center managers, the teachers, the students, as well as the parents.
Because I did A-levels at Polytechnic, sixth form government school, and back then in the 90s, it was, well, you know, now I'm seeing there's a polo shirt and you could wear jeans, but back then it was a free-for-all, and some students took it a little too far, and that's why they had to change their policy. It was all kind of grabbers and party clothes and all kind of cut. Come on, you're in school, you know, so, you know, there must be a certain level. So this is important. Where can parents go? I know you said they might accommodate some walk-ins, but in terms of just a general place online, you can go get information, see where, at least close to where I live, if there's something happening, where can the parent go?
Right, so again, the Ministry of Education website, www.moe.gov.tt, and you will see the details pertaining to the program, especially for the secondary school. You will see the application. You will also see the list of schools that you can avail yourself of. Again, we are encouraging parents to use that school that is closest to them so as to reduce the burden that may accrue to them as a result of transport costs.
Again, thank you so much, because I'm happy you were able to bring that information again to the forefront, you know, just to keep beating that information as it pertains to where you can go. Again, get your child to a school close by, a center close by. Food will be provided, breakfast and lunch. There's the audio-visual component, all right? So it's a holistic experience. And as I said earlier, it goes back to just that muscle memory, keeping the brain and keeping yourself fresh, because, I mean, I've gone through it too.
Yes.
I don't know if you went through that.
I have.
But you go back in September, you pick up a book for 2 months, and it's like you had to start from scratch. And I could imagine that could be frustrating for teachers too. Having to literally go back into that slow walk before you could get your groove
and let me say this one thing as you conclude. The transition from primary to secondary is a big one. And so when we have the students in Form 1, during the July-August vacation, it gives the teachers the opportunity to engage and to bond with those students so that when September begins, it's an easy transition to the schoolwork.
You're coming in sharp.
Yes, you are.
Again, all the information on the ministry's website. Give me it one more time.
www.moe.gov.tt, or just simply Ministry of Education, Trinidad and Tobago. Once you go onto that, you will see the information there.
Dr. Smith, any closing remarks as we wrap things up?
As I said before, to the parents, dress them, kiss them, and send them to us. We want to work with them.
Yeah. Chief Education Officer at the Ministry of Education, Dr. Peter Smith, touching base with us concerning the vacation revision program. Started already for the primary school, and the secondary component starts today.
Yes.
Very important. great conversation and great information coming to you and yours. Let's take a very quick pause. We come back, we got the social media details, the birthday brew, something to think about. And if time permits, we'll open up the lines so you can touch base on this Monday morning. See you soon.